3, 2, 1, go! Shalom, shalom, shalom all. I want to say Ashar Shabbat, and I also want to welcome all of y'all to another edition of Friday Night Heat. It is currently 5 a.m. and Instagram fam, Friday Night Heat family, it is colder than a hitman's heart outside. It is 25 degrees. And this is a reminder that even though it was 60 and 65 degrees a week ago, it is still wintertime. To that effect, I still want to remind everybody to hydrate. Sorry for not having a bottle of actual water right now when I give out that message, but the message is still the same. I need everybody to hydrate, because even in weather like this, you can still get dehydrated, and when you get dehydrated, your spit comes out like snot, and it's really not pretty. So, to avoid all of that ugliness and to avoid endangering your health, what I want to remind everybody to do is to hydrate. Now, this particular Friday Night Heat, I want to dedicate to Macab, Shalom Chef, Yawasap, Gabar Ash, Lataziyar, Rock Ariyah, and Yakataz, and all the other brothers from HOI New York, New Jersey, and HOI DMV that went down to DC approximately 1 year ago to represent at the Capitol Insurrection. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but from what brothers told me, it was crazy. They had all types of white supremacists and other people there, and the brothers were just, they had their staffs, they was walking through DC, brothers brought out the word, everything was orderly, and hey, brothers went down to DC and represented. Like I said, unfortunately, I couldn't be there. I do wish I could be, but the Lord had who he wanted to be there. So, again, I just want to give a shout out to, and I want to dedicate this Friday Night Heat to HOI, New York, New Jersey, HOI DMV, and the brothers that were down in DC at the Capitol Insurrection. Now, I've been watching the news over the past couple of days, and when you watch CNN or you watch your local news, the one thing they tell you is about how the Capitol Insurrection, you know, they said, excuse me, that the Capitol Insurrection is a clear and present and a glaring sign that something is wrong with America, that America is falling down. Now, if you notice one thing about the Capitol Insurrection and all these people and people that they're still looking for and people that they're still arresting for going to the Capitol Insurrection, wasn't a single so-called black or Hispanic face at that insurrection. The only so-called people of color that were at the insurrection were the brothers that went down there to represent. Now, I don't want to disrespect any other camps out here. IUIC, UPK, anybody, you know, all of these major camps, GMS, all of these major camps that got chapters all over America. Some of them got chapters all over the world. Like I said, no disrespect to any of these other camps, but wasn't none of them out there at the Capitol Insurrection trying to bring out the word? Wasn't none of them out there bringing the word out through the Bible about how the fall of America is right here in your face, and Stevie Wonder could see it? Now, when you go into the scriptures, the Psalms say, the psalmist asks in 94:16, who will stand up for me against evildoers, and who will rise up for me against the workers of iniquity? And that's exactly what Macab and the other brothers did when they went down to DC. They stood up against the evildoers that are in the White House. and they rose up against the workers of iniquity that are in the White House. And they are working iniquity in the White House because it is very iniquitous when damn Joe Biden is deciding. It is extremely iniquitous. If that's not a word, I just made it up. But it shows a hell of a lot of iniquity going on when Joe Biden makes a decision that PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo have to report transactions larger than $600 to the IRS. Why the hell is Joe Biden pocket watching off of PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo? What's really going on here? And everybody, and that goes to show you right there that you can't put your trust, because Jeremiah tells you, cursed be he that put his trust in man and maketh flesh his arm. That goes to show you right there that you can't put your trust in this American political system. And you can't put your trust in these politicians. Democrat, Republican, left wing, right wing. If you paying attention, you'll notice that the left wing and the right wing are two different wings on the same filthy bird. The same dirty bird. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. But the left wing and the right wing are two different wings on the same dirty bird. Everybody's screaming about Donald Trump this. Those of you that drive, those of you that own vehicles, I'm sure when you drive by the gas station, you see what done happened ever since Joe Biden took office, ever since he got elected. You see what's happening with these gas prices. Gas was $2 and change. Barely hit $3 the whole time Donald Trump was in office. Now, some places gas done hit $4 and change. Donald Trump didn't give a damn about how much money you sent through PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. Donald Trump wasn't pocket watching like Joe Biden is now. And Joe Biden is the one coming with federal vaccine mandates that are so outrageous, that are so preposterous, that are so insane, that even the Supreme Court has to step in and say, hold up. The Supreme Court and Republican politicians are coming in and saying, hold up, wait a minute. Joe Biden is seriously overstepping the bounds of his authority right now. And that's why the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals had to come shut him down. And even right now, these mandates are under review. So basically, what we watching right now with these vaccine mandates under review, because I will tell you, even though we in the nation of Israel, we really don't have a dog in the American political fight, one thing that I have to admit, and one thing that I've been saying is that the Republican Party really been showing up and showing out when it comes to these vaccine mandates. You got the governors of Texas and Florida, Greg Abbott and Rick DeSantis, that are coming right out and saying, not only aren't we doing vaccine mandates, but we gonna fine any business in our state that institutes vaccine mandates. The whole Republican Party been showing up and showing out against these mandates. And the Democrats have been the ones like Lori Lightfoot talking about, if you want life to go back to the way it used to be, if you want to go back to the things you used to enjoy, then you got to get vaccinated. You got Lori Lightfoot, who looks like the damn poster child for life after death, talking about if the unvaccinated are inconvenienced, yeah, that's by design. It's on purpose that unvaccinated people in the city of Chicago are inconvenienced. Lori Lightfoot needs to stop trying to inconvenience the unvaccinated people of Chicago And she needs to worry about how do you get niggas in Chicago to stop killing each other. The damn city is nicknamed Chirac Gorilla. But this chick is worried about a vaccine mandate. Stepping up on stage in them pantsuits, looking like the Grim Reaper. Priorities, Mayor Lightfoot. Priorities, Yana. Lori Lightfoot needs to re-examine her priorities as mayor of Chicago. GMT 020. Jason DaCosta. I'm trying to wave at you, but I can't seem to do that. But I'm glad y'all tuning in. GMT 020, another member of the Friday Night Heat family. But this is a clear and present sign. All of this division over vaccine mandates, a clear and present sign that this country is falling apart at the seams. And that's what the brothers brought out through the Bible, through the word. GMT, Shabbat Shalom. It has been a minute. It has been a minute, brother, since you got down, but that's okay. You still a member of the Friday Night Heat family. And I'm glad to have you. Jason DaCosta, you too. You know, everybody, I'm glad to have any and everybody that becomes a member of the Friday Night Heat family. It's a wonderful thing. I get to come on here and I get to bring y'all these broadcasts and let y'all know what's going on and give y'all my own point of view. They chipping Jason. They're chipping people in Sweden. I don't know where else it's happening, but they chipping people in Sweden. Don't know where the mass is. But I know for a fact that they started doing it in Sweden already. Now, Zabak is good. Zabak is wonderful. The HOI Cali had a little celebration for him to officially commemorate his eldership. He turned 50. Zabak turned 50 last month. Not even last month. Well, it was last month, but a few weeks ago, on December 21st, Zabak turned 50. So they had a little celebration for him. They had an eldership celebration for him in Cali. Brothers from Buffalo and brothers from the Midwest went out there to help celebrate. And from the pictures and from the post I saw, everybody had a wonderful time. But let's get back to it. HOI, DMV, and HOI New York, New Jersey went down there to D.C. to tell these Edomites to their faces that their kingdom is fallen. And they were surrounded by 1 million white supremacists. And brothers stood up and held their ground. And Akim, personally, I'm proud of y'all. And I want to send a shout out to y'all right now. Shout out to Chef Macabre. Shout out to Yawasop. Shout out to Yeshaya. Shout out to Lataziyar, who makes fire garments. And Lataziyar, I want to shout out you and your brother. Gabar Ash, you too. Shout out to Rock Ariyah. Shout out to Tobit. And anybody, any of the other brothers I forgot, Salakia Akim, I can't think of all of y'all right now, but shout out to all of y'all that went out there and represented. Salakia. Last but most certainly not least, shout out to Elder Torah for his leadership. Shout out to Elder Tarah for his leadership down there in D.C. and making sure that brothers were able to go down there and come back and nothing crazy went on while y'all were in D.C. I do wish I could have been there, and again, I'm proud of y'all. And this Friday Night Heat is dedicated to y'all. But the brothers went down there and represented. Went right down to Washington, D.C., all up in the belly of the beast to tell these people that their kingdom is fallen, to tell that to them right to their faces. It was Proverbs 28:1 in full effect. The wicked flee when no man pursue, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. And that's what y'all brothers did. Y'all brothers went down there bold as lions and brought the biblical truth to these people in D.C., in the belly of the beast, in the corporate headquarters of America. Because if you didn't know, the United States of America is not a country, it's a corporation. And Washington, D.C. is the corporate headquarters. So these brothers went to the corporate headquarters of Washington, D.C. and let them know that the stock in America is about to crash. October 1929 style. The book of Job tells brothers to gird up their loins like men. And that's exactly what brothers did when they went down there to D.C. Thessalonians tells us that the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power. And brothers went down there fearlessly. Brothers went down there fearlessly in D.C. with their staffs, surrounded by 1 million white supremacists, to go down there and bring out the word. And things like this need to be acknowledged, because we need more brothers. We need more brothers to boldly go and do things like this. Talking about the pull-up boys, that was one of the ultimate pull-ups. Pulling right up to D.C. and letting them know in their faces, your kingdom is fallen, Esau. And we're here to witness the whole damn thing. This kingdom that you built off the blood, sweat, and tears of God's chosen people is falling. And we're here witnessing the whole damn thing. And Esau, there's nothing you can do to us or about that. Because that's what it is. All over the news, all over CNN, and all over the local news, they're talking about a lot of vanity, LGBT, and vaccines selling out New World. Okay, Jay. You right, Jason. You're right. But let's stay focused. Let's stay focused on one thing. But I will say this about taking the chip. A lot of people are going to take the chip because, oh, they live? Jason, if you were Israelite, they live is required watching. Because one thing I want to say about when you first become an Israelite, and the whole rest of the time you in the truth, but it's that much more powerful when you first wake up. Because when you first become an Israelite, the one thing that happens is you become a film critic. You don't do the whole Siskel and Ebert thing, but the reason why I say you become a film critic when you come into Israel is because you watch these movies now with your spiritual eyes open, and you see things that you wouldn't see before. And Jason DaCosta, you want to talk about the movie They Live? It's like those of us that are in the truth, it's like we're Roddy Piper. We the ones Or we were the ones in the underground movement. We the ones that got the shades on. And a lot of these people in the world are like David Keith. We trying to tell them to put the shades on so they can see. And initially they're very resistant. And sometimes they're resistant to the point of choosing violence. And then we got to take it there. We'd really rather not, but if they take it there, we have to respond accordingly. So yeah, a lot of brothers in the truth have seen the movie They Live. We live in that right now. And again, when the time comes, we're gonna be out there telling people don't take that chip. Because if you take the chip thinking that your life is gonna be a lot more convenient and it's gonna be easier for you to live, that's not so. Because you might take the chip and you might do something wrong that the powers that be don't like, and they deactivate your chip. They might start deactivating your chip like they do Facebook jail. First, 24 hours. Then they do it for 3 days. Then a week. Then 30 days. And imagine taking the chip thinking that your life is going to be so much better, and all these conspiracy theorist people don't know what the hell they talking about. But you take the chip and you mess up, and your chip has been deactivated for 30 days. Which means you can't buy food, you can't buy gas, and basically you can't do anything economically for 30 days. And then that's the problem. If you take the chip and they deactivate it because of something you did, if you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to get none of the benefits of the chip. You're going to get none of the benefits and all of the judgment. However, if you don't take the chip, you don't get any of the benefits of the chip. Excuse me. If you don't take the chip, balance is key to life. And in everything in life, there has to be a balance. If you don't take the chip, you don't get any of the benefits of taking the chip, but you don't get any of the judgment either. But the way American society has been dumbed down, people don't think like that. People don't think, yeah, if I don't take this chip, I won't get the benefits of participating in society, but I won't get the judgment either. Nobody's thinking like that. Nobody's going to be thinking your spiritual fate, your eternal fate is sealed. People are going to be thinking too much about the here and now. Like the Luther Vandross song. But when the time comes, HOI, for a natural fact, is going to be bringing all of this out. Just like brothers brought it out in DC. Again, this Friday Night Heat is dedicated to you brothers that went down there to DC and brought the word out, brought the truth out boldly, like lions, like men of the Lord are supposed to. I'm very proud of y'all. And I know we're going to continue to bring this word out until we can no longer do so. Until that Amos 8 and 11, until that famine of the word comes. But brothers are going to get out here every chance they get and bring this word out. Bring out this raw biblical truth. If you want sweet little lies, then look online and see when Fleetwood Mac is having a reunion concert. And check and see if Stevie Nicks is going to be there. Right, it's like they take your soul and put AI in you. But what our people need to realize is how valuable their souls truly are. And that's what we try to do. We try to teach people how valuable their souls are when we get out there and we teach the word and we put it down. Whether we in New York, DC, LA, Atlanta, Detroit, Milwaukee, Bloomington, Illinois, Orlando, Atlanta, we already said Atlanta, Augusta, Georgia, Southern South Carolina. Shout out to Shawapar and Amath Pagai, Orlando, Atlantic City. HOI is all over America. And last year, HOI New York, New Jersey, and HOI DMV were down in DC bringing out that word. And we're going to continue to bring out this word literally until kingdom come. That being said, I want to say Shalom, which means peace in the Hebrew tongue. I want to say Ashar Shabbath, which means happy Sabbath. HOI, till the chariots fly. I'm saying Kwum Yashala, which is rise Israel in the Hebrew tongue. Kwum Yashala, strength and honor. This is Sabal, our alum. This has been another edition of Friday Night Heat. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Barakatham. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Shematham. Shalom. I'm signing off.